Because Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has a message for the haters, of which there are many.
Everyone's doubting me. Everyone don't believe in me. Everyone don't think that I can get back to where I was. But I know and I believe the work that I put in, what I believe in myself, the peace that I've been, channeling these last couple months. I know I'm going to be way better than before.
Way better than before, huh? He wants to complete a comeback. What would a successful comeback look like for the former/current Browns quarterback?
If he's able to convince a team to start him at quarterback in an NFL game, I believe that would be a successful comeback.
So just for a week, not for a season.
But no, you know what? For him to win an opening day starting quarterback job, it's never going to happen again with the Browns. That day is cooked. Jimmy Haslam, when you have the owner of the team going to the owners' meetings in front of his competitors, in front of the media, in front of the world, and saying, we screwed that up. By the way, when we traded all those picks to the Houston Texans and then gave him the greatest contract of guaranteed money, fully guaranteed, by the way, in NFL history, that was a total whiff, and it was my bad. He didn't even throw anybody under the bus. He was like, it was me. I screwed that one up, y'all. I have never seen an owner take accountability for actions with their team. That's how bad the Deshaun Watson experience has been in Cleveland. He's done there. I believe the bar is now the floor for his career. He was the heir apparent to Patrick Mahomes. We thought that was going to be the guy that Mahomes will be going up against every single postseason in the AFC.
Yeah, that's who the Bears passed up. They not only passed up on Patrick Mahomes, but they also passed up on Deshaun Watson and instead took Mitchell Trubisky.
That was the joke of it all. And now when we reflect back on that, we're going to look at the Texans somehow drafting the right quarterback, him turning into the wrong quarterback, but they sold high just quick enough. That's why I look at a team like the Dolphins. Hey, you should have got off Tyreek Hill last year. You know what happened the last time a team traded him off at the peak of his powers? Yeah, 3 straight Super Bowl trips, back-to-back Lombardis. I do believe that here's what I will say. He's never going to play again for the Browns. A successful redemption for Deshaun Watson would be being named the starting quarterback for a season, to have a team believe in him once again, but I don't believe that happens either, because the quarterback position is probably in a better place than it's been in a very long time, and you have young guys on rookie-style quarterback deals that teams believe in left and right. Like next year, the quarterback class is going to be even more prolific, and because of this last Achilles injury, Deshaun's not going to be able to – you can't even show how good he is this year if he is good.
The stock market's gone through a lot the past couple of weeks, but no stock has fallen harder in the past 5 years than Deshaun Watson.
It's an incredible fall. It should be studied.
Exactly. Like, fractional shares are going like they're given to homeless people.
He was infallible in the city of Houston. He was infallible during those runs. Like, his persona and the way he was praised in the H was even greater than the way that people think of C.J. Stroud today. Mm-hmm. Even after 2 straight seasons of playoff wins and all of the hope that the Texans fans have, they love Deshaun even greater. His style of play was actually a little bit more fun because he ran more. He was like Houdini as well in the pocket, like breaking off of sacks. And that dude now is like, people treat him like the scum of the earth. And if the things that he was alleged to have done are true, then yeah, kind of a scum. They should have never gave that dude guaranteed bread. They should have never gave you boys money.
Next stop.
Let's take a worldwide trip on the Get Around. Buckle up your seatbelts. We're going to Italy.
Nice.
Milan specifically.
I'll be there next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Prada Group announced the purchase of Versace Fashion House from its United States owner in a deal valued at $1.4 billion. Theo, put this in terms of NFL for me because I have no idea the words I just read.
Right. So if it seems like it's one fashion group buying the other, so it would be almost as if a ownership group that already owned maybe the Texans bought the Titans. But that's not the reason why I threw this in on the Get Around. It's because if they're getting bought for $1.4 billion, and Glenn Taylor, who owned both the Timberwolves and the Minnesota Lynx, 2 franchises in Minneapolis, had to sell his team over to Lori and Alex Rodriguez at a valuation of just $1.5 billion, he got absolutely fleeced. Like, he got absolutely took. How much did the Celtics just sell for? What was the number again? Like 6.5? It was the greatest sell in the history of American sports.
Give me 30 seconds. I got the number.
Pull up the Celtics number and look at how much now fashion companies. So now you're telling me that the fashion company Versace is worth more than your NBA franchise.
$6.1 billion valued the Celtics.
Celtics have bought for $6.1 billion this year. This year, also the transaction for the Timberwolves that came with the arena and the WNBA team, $1.5 billion. And again, to put that in perspective, Versace's getting bought for $1.4. You should probably be valued a little greater than Versace, and I get it. There's some particulars with it, and it was the deal that was agreed upon in 21. And hey, bad businessman, Glenn Taylor, you got screwed.
Next stop.
Let's go to Nashville, Tennessee. Lou Riddick paid the Tennessee Titans' future number 1 overall pick the ultimate praise when discussing Cam Ward.
Look, I said my comp for Cam Ward because of the way he plays. He reminds me of Patrick. He reminds me of Mahomes with how he can be unconventional, throw the football from all different kinds of weird angles, and then just put a bunch of horsepower on it when he needs to. And look, to me, if someone was telling me, hey, that's maybe what you're getting, I'd be pretty damn excited. Now, I'm not saying I'm exactly right, but that's my bet, that Cam Ward will have that kind of impact and play that kind of style of football in Tennessee if they happen to select him number 1.
Hey, this was a lost season for the Miami Hurricanes.
Was this AI generated by
No.
We need to make a 30-second audio clip that will make Theo Dorsey the happiest man on planet Earth. And that is comparing Cam Ward, his favorite college football player, to Patrick Mahomes, his favorite NFL football player, said by Lou Riddick, his favorite NFL analyst.
This is tailor-made for me. This is tailor-made. This is tailor-made for Teddy.
Oh, that was dirty.
As you can see, I can't fight back this smile. You could probably hear the smile through the radio right now. I feel like a kid at Disney World. I feel like you at the Masters on Tuesday. Like, this is just euphoric. This is exciting. Here's what I'll say though, for real. Lou Riddick is one of the more astute, especially for those that talk on TV, astute analyst when it comes to the game of the NFL. There's a reason why he gets interviewed for GM jobs. And year after year, when he calls out and says, this guy can be this, generally it comes true. He was one of the first people singing the praises loudly on national television for the aforementioned Patrick Mahomes. And this is before he actually played that Week 17 game and everybody kind of bought in. He was saying that during the draft process and then right after the draft and through training camp. So I'm just saying, don't take that with a grain of salt. You should believe a lot of the things that Lou Riddick says and also look at the way that Cam Ward shifted the paradigm out there in Coral Gables. Like, he's a game changer and a franchise changer as well.